Let's search ChatGPT. Go to ChatGPT, try it. Let's start a chat. What we're gonna chat about? Music. Are lyrics important in music?
Lyrics play a significant role in music as they can help convey emotions, stories, and messages to listeners. Lyrics can add depth and meaning to a song, making it more than just a collection of sounds and beats. They can also connect with listeners on a personal level and evoke memories, emotions, and experiences. However, the importance of lyrics can vary depending on the type of music and the listener's personal preference. For example, in some genres like instrumental music, electronic dance music, or some forms of jazz, the focus is often more on the instrumentals and sound production rather than the lyrics. In these cases, the lyrics may not be as important to the overall experience of the music. In conclusion, lyrics are an important aspect of music for many people, but their significance can vary depending on the context and the listener's perspective.
It does terribly sound like it's trying to write an essay at school. Lyrics do play an important role in music, for sure. Lyrics are how you tell apart a song from a piece. Instrumental songs are weird. And by the way, I'm Vadusha and I'm the best expert in song lyrics in the entire world, and maybe even on YouTube. There's storytelling, there's emotional connection, inspiration, empowerment, and comfort. Sense of belonging. But as the AI says, I'm pretty sure some of you place a different emphasis on what lyrics are and how important they are. In my own music, lyrics are probably the most important component, like melody and lyrics, or maybe groove as well. It's hard to tell, but what we're interested in is, are lyrics important to a musician, to an artist, to a songwriter? So let's do this again. Are lyrics the most important aspect of songwriting?
Lyrics are certainly an important aspect of songwriting, but they are not necessarily the most important aspect. Different people may place different levels of importance on lyrics, melody, harmony, rhythm, production, and other elements that contribute to the overall impact of a song. For some songwriters, the lyrics are the foundation of their music, serving as the main vehicle for delivering their message or telling their story. For others, the melody, harmony, or sound production may be the most important aspect of their songwriting. Ultimately, the most important aspect of songwriting is what works best for the individual songwriter and what helps them create the music they want to make. There is no one-size-fits-all answer, as the importance of each element can vary greatly from song to song and from artist to artist.
Kind of the same idea here. For some people, lyrics are a support to the overall musical experience, as a nice bonus. When I listen to music, I probably listen to the complex thing. I don't really differentiate between music, lyrics, and melodies and harmonies. I try to grasp it as a whole. But when I write music, I do focus on lyrics a lot. I don't write a track unless I have lyrics to it. So I first write lyrics and then compose. Let's dive deeper in that. How to write song lyrics.
Here are some tips for writing song lyrics. 1. Start with a concept or theme. Identify what you want to write about, whether it's a personal experience, a universal theme, or a specific message you want to convey. This can help guide your writing and ensure that your lyrics stay focused and meaningful. 2. Use concrete imagery. Use descriptive language and concrete images to help paint a picture in the listener's mind. This will make your lyrics more relatable and memorable. 3. Tell a story. If you're writing a narrative song, consider the structure of a story with a beginning, middle, and end. This can help you build a clear and compelling narrative in your lyrics. 4. Write from personal experience. Writing about things you know and have experienced can help make your lyrics more authentic and genuine. This doesn't mean that you can't write about fictional characters or situations, but drawing from your own emotions and experiences can add depth to your lyrics. 5. Experiment with different structures and forms. Lyrics don't have to follow a strict verse-chorus-verse structure. Experiment with different forms, such as free verse, rhyming couplets, or even spoken word. 6. Edit and revise. Writing good lyrics often requires multiple rounds of editing and revision. Don't be afraid to make changes or cut lines that aren't working. The goal is to create lyrics that are effective, meaningful, and impactful. Remember, writing song lyrics is an art, and like any art, it takes time, practice, and patience to develop your skills. Keep writing, and don't be afraid to take risks and try new things.
These are some very, very good tips. So you start with a concept or a theme. That's exactly what we do. If you want your lyric writing to be deliberate, you start with a theme or a topic. I usually open a mind mapping software, put the central topic in, and I then proceed to develop it. Let's get a prompt. Give me a non-trivial, non-generic topic to write song lyrics about.
Here are a few non-trivial, non-generic topics that you could write song lyrics about. 1. The relationship between humans and technology. 2. The psychological effects of social media. 3. The impact of climate change on different communities around the world. 4. The concept of time and its influence on human behavior. 5. The complexities of mental health and the challenges of seeking help. 6. The power of forgiveness and letting go of grudges.
Few.
7. The importance of self-discovery and finding one's place in the world.
Wow, quite a few.
8. The struggles and triumphs of marginalized communities. 9. The beauty and fragility of the natural world and its ecosystems. 10. The search for meaning and purpose in life. Remember, the goal is to write lyrics that are personal, meaningful, and thought-provoking, so try to write from your own experiences and perspectives.
That's not one. I was asking for one. The complexities of mental health and the challenges of seeking help. That's very non-generic. Really, really specific. Right, so mental health, sanity. What else? Hospital, doctor, help, 911, hotline. Okay, so these branch out from the central topic. What else about mental health is important? Therapy, problems, the actual illnesses, relations. You get the idea. You branch out the more specific topics from the more general topic. And then you branch out from every of these. Let's see what other tips we have. Use concrete imagery, descriptive language, and images. Paint a picture. This means use metaphors. All right, how to come up with metaphors. So you go thinking of mental health. When you have mental health problems, you normally are ashamed to address. It is hard to ask for help. Hard to ask for help because you feel vulnerable. When else you feel vulnerable? When you're naked. And there's the bridge we have. Because when you have mental health issues, you need to ask for help, but you can't because you feel vulnerable and you're afraid somebody may betray you or hurt you or make you feel even worse. So you feel vulnerable like you're naked or like you're in the middle of a natural disaster. You can't really fight it. It's stronger than you. So you feel vulnerable like an earthquake, right? And that's a terrible, terrible thing to be in the middle of an earthquake. And I'm really, really sorry for all those people who suffered from this earthquake. That's a horrible thing to happen. I don't even have the right words to express the amount of grief I have about it. That's exactly the feeling. You can't ask for help. You're not sure what to do. It's stronger than you, like an earthquake. Your mental problems are like an earthquake. And there's the bridge you have. It has a very strong emotional impact. It has huge stylistic context. Just by saying this, you invoke a lot of associations in the listener's minds. So mental problems are like an earthquake, meaning they're stronger than you. They can you, they shake your world. Literally, they literally shake your world. They make things collapse, and you may collapse as a result of your mental problems. And that's the kind of imagery you're looking for. Connecting some seemingly disconnected thing back to your original topic and finding connections that are not all that obvious, because these are like doctors and 911s and hospitals and sanity. They're directly connected to mental health. But earthquakes shaking your world or making things collapse are a different level of imagery. So that's what it means here. Use imagery. Tell a story. Use narrative, which, say, Taylor Swift is very capable of. Telling stories is not all that simple. This does not mean like literally a story. A literal story would be a person living their life and then finding out they have a mental health problem, like a severe depression or something. They try to cope with it, and the story develops, causing events in their lives, collapsing their lives, seemingly, and then them overcoming the issues or learning to live with those issues, accepting their own nature, and then continue living peacefully. That's the storytelling. That's the literal, very literal 3-act kind of classic storytelling. But there's more to storytelling than this. Storytelling can be on a lot of different levels. If you're using adjectives, you can increase the strength of adjectives, like earthquakes can be strong, but you can put it the way the strength of the earthquake increases, like a small earthquake, then a stronger earthquake, and then a devastating earthquake. Putting them in series tells a little story in itself, and that's a more subtle way to use storytelling. There's more stylistic devices associated with storytelling, but we're not here to discuss all of them. Personal experience, which is very, very important. Here, we weren't writing about personal experience. That's why it still seemed generic and bland. If I were to write this song, I would take some time and think of my own mental health issues and try to write about what I'm experiencing. Like right now, I'm away from my family and I haven't seen them for like half a year or so, and this causes some mental health issues. That's the topic I would work through, and hopefully that would resonate with other listeners, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have the same problems as I do. So that's the way you write from your personal experiences, using the very same techniques as before. Experiment with structures and forms. The very pop thing to do is verse, chorus, but you can go verse, chorus, and there's a bunch of structures. Go ahead and study. There's a huge variety of what you can do, or you can break the structure if you know what you're doing and you know why you're breaking the structure, what message you're sending with this. Edit and revise, which is a very, very important aspect, because once you've written your lyrics as a text document, it normally looks fussy and amateur, unless you dedicate some deliberate effort to edit and revise the whole thing, to find better adjectives, to find stronger metaphors, tweak the wording a little bit to make it stand out more. Practice, patience to develop your skills. Yeah, to learn to ride a bike, you have to ride a bike. To learn to swim, you have to swim. To learn to write lyrics, you have to write song lyrics. That's the only way to do it. How to come up with metaphors.
Metaphors are a powerful tool in songwriting, as they can help you express complex ideas and emotions in a more imaginative and impactful way. Here are some tips for coming up with metaphors. 1. Observe the world around you. Pay attention to the things you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch, as these experiences can often inspire metaphors. 2. Think about the emotions you want to convey. Consider what you want to say in your lyrics and what emotions you want to evoke. This can help you come up with metaphorical images that express those feelings. 3. Use similes. A simile is a comparison using the words like or as. For example, her voice was like a bird's song. Starting with a simile can help you come up with a metaphor, as you can build upon the comparison. 4. Draw connections between seemingly unrelated things. Metaphors often work by connecting two seemingly unrelated things in a meaningful way. Think about how you could link an abstract idea or emotion to a concrete object or image. 5. Keep it simple. The best metaphors are often straightforward and direct. Don't overthink it. If a metaphor feels natural and true to your experience, use it. 6. Revise and refine. Like any aspect of songwriting, metaphors often require revision and refinement. Don't be afraid to experiment with different metaphors and make changes until you find the ones that work best for your song. Remember, metaphors are a way of expressing complex ideas in a simple and imaginative way. By using metaphors, you can help your listeners connect with your lyrics on a deeper level and experience your music in a more impactful way.
Once again, an essay there. Okay, but there's very, very good advice there. One very cool thing we can draw from here is the actual list of senses. See, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Sight, hearing, smell, touch, and taste. What we do here is we go with mental health issues. What do we see when we have mental health issues? That's when we see hallucinations. We see demons, we see our dead relatives, or we see the world in black and white, or we see just the negative side of things. You get the idea. You explore the actual perception. Then you go to hear. What you hear. When you have mental health issues, you hear voices. That's the first. That's severe health issues. But normally, you might hear poor advice, like don't be sad or something. When the person is in an actual depression, giving them advice like don't be sad is nearly the worst thing you can do. Then smell. What you smell, you smell awful when you're in a depression. You don't really wash much. But as a reverse, you smell nothing. Senses go numb when you're in a mental health problem episode. You don't really want things or see colors or, find joy in smelling stuff. So that's the thing you explore in senses. Smell. Touch. Nobody touches you. A touch can help. Also, this topic is a topic some people may avoid touching. Topic not to touch. There's another opportunity for developing an entire song from there. And then taste. Taste. Bland. Nothing. Same as smell, actually. Taste is very similar to smell. You get the idea. Ice cream. That's how you use the idea of senses in your songwriting. You surround your initial topic with senses and then think of each of the senses as a prism your central topic filters through. That's a fun way to do it. Emotions. You might want to convey positive emotions because some mental health problems radiate positivity, actually. Not all mentally challenged people are unhappy, as far as I know. So there's different sides to this thing. So you might want to explore the positive side to it. Similes is actually the way we did it. We found the earthquake thing and we used similes first. Mental health problems are like an earthquake. That's an actual simile, and simile is not a metaphor yet. If you erase the are like earthquakes and you start talking about earthquakes, meaning mental health problems, that's when it becomes a metaphor. When you use as or like or something, that's still a simile, a weaker stylistic device than a metaphor, but a good tool to come to a metaphor, to find metaphors, thinking mental health problems are like what? And that's the way you find metaphors, using similes. You may keep similes, but metaphors are generally stronger than similes in terms of stylistic impact. Draw connections between seemingly unrelated things. That's what we did. We drew a connection from our topic to the topic of earthquakes, and you can develop earthquakes as a separate topic and find things that seem seem metaphorically connected between the two. That's a very strong tool. Keep it simple. Yeah, don't go earthquakes, Pacific ring of fire, firewood, wood grows in the forest, and then you try to connect the forest back to your original topic. You went too far. Keep it simple. And then revise and refine. This advice keeps coming up. Who are some 5 best song lyrics writers today?
It's difficult to definitively determine the 5 best song lyric writers, as it's largely a matter of personal opinion. However, here are 5 songwriters who are widely regarded as being some of the best lyricists today. 1. Taylor Swift. Known for her relatable and introspective lyrics, Taylor Swift has become one of the biggest pop stars in the world. She has a knack for writing songs that capture the joys and struggles of growing up and falling in love, making her a favorite among fans of all ages. 2. Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is one of the most critically acclaimed hip-hop artists of the last decade, known for his complex and thought-provoking lyrics. He often tackles social and political issues in his songs, using his words to shed light on important topics and encourage change. 3. Lorde. Lorde's music is known for its introspective and introverted lyrics, which often explore themes of youth, insecurity, and growing up. Her songs are both personal and universal, making her a favorite among fans who can relate to her experiences. 4. Billie Eilish. At just 19 years old, Billie Eilish has already made a huge impact in the music world with her unique and hauntingly beautiful music. Her lyrics often explore themes of mental health, heartbreak, and growing up, making her a voice for a new generation of music fans. 5. Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan is widely regarded as one of the greatest songwriters of all time. His lyrics are often poetic and insightful, exploring themes of social justice, politics, and the human condition. He continues to write and perform music today, more than 50 years after the release of his first album. Note that this list is by no means exhaustive, and there are many other talented songwriters creating great music today. These 5 artists are just a few examples of the incredible lyricists working in the music industry today.
Taylor Swift, known for her storytelling. Kendrick Lamar. Not really heard a lot of Kendrick Lamar. You gotta listen to him. Haven't heard much of Lorde. Billie Eilish. I do like the music, I do like the vibe, the messaging, but I'm not really a fan of lyrics from Billie Eilish. But a lot of young fans resonate with that. The topics she raises are extremely important. I wouldn't say she is the top lyricist of today, but for sure a great artist and a musician, a composer and a performer. But lyricist? Not sure. Bob Dylan? Probably. I'm not sure I can agree with all of these. I'm pretty sure I need to listen to more Lorde and Kendrick Lamar to get a better idea of who they are and what their lyrics are. Taylor Swift doesn't write deep lyrics or the most important lyrics, but her lyrics are technically very suitable for the genre she works in. She can produce enough material to keep coming up with relatable storytelling tracks. That's probably why she is so popular. That's why she has so many Grammys. They may not be the best lyrics, but she sure does know what she's doing. Before we go on, please subscribe and like the video so that YouTube shares it across. The more you do, the better YouTube will think the video is and show it to more people. So that's something I'd really appreciate. Can anyone write son?
Yes, anyone can write song lyrics. While some people may have a natural talent for songwriting, it is a skill that can be learned and developed with practice. To write song lyrics, you don't need to have a particular background or education. All you need is a desire to express yourself and the willingness to put in the time and effort to improve your craft. That being said, writing good song lyrics is not easy, and it takes time and effort to develop the skills and techniques necessary to write effective and impactful lyrics. However, by reading about songwriting, studying the lyrics of your favorite songs, and writing regularly, anyone can become a better songwriter and develop their own unique style and voice.
Probably as with any craft, this does require some talent, but you can learn it. As I've said, that's a very straightforward process. Going through the associations, coming to some metaphors like earthquake is a mental health problem and it shatters you, makes you collapse from the inside. That's quite a metaphor. And then you go collapse, I don't know, time lapse. And then you rhyme that and you put that at the end and you go something time lapse, something collapse. Pretty simple. I got a feeling and it ain't right. I got so many things to make. Something is shaking inside me and it's like an earthquake. I'm looking at myself as if in a time lapse. It sure is gonna make me collapse. I don't know, it could be better, but you get the idea. You rhyme the things, you put them at the ends of your lines, and boom, there's the song. Pretty simple, and most importantly, learnable, because it's a stepwise pipeline of things you do to achieve a piece of song lyrics. But again, time and effort to improve your craft. If you want to learn to swim, you have to swim. You just have to write song lyrics. And the first, I don't know, 50 are probably gonna be trash. But then, the further you progress, the better your lyrics are gonna be. So, the more lyrics, the better lyrics. And then your quantity turns into quality. Probably some people are more talented than others. Some brain synapses work faster, or they have read more literature. They have a wider range of associations. They can connect the dots more efficiently. That means they're gonna produce better lyrics faster. But this does not mean that it's an exclusive task they can perform, but rather anyone can, probably with a bit more effort than the geniuses, but who cares? Can you write song lyrics?
As an AI language model, I can certainly generate song lyrics for you. Just tell me a bit about what you're looking for, and I'll do my best to create some lyrics that meet your needs. Whether you're looking for lyrics that express a specific emotion or tell a particular story, I'm here to help.
That's easy. We got the prompts. Write song lyrics about a mental health problem being like an earthquake.
Verse 1. It starts with a rumble deep inside my mind, a feeling that I can't control, of being left behind. It's like a force of nature, unstoppable and strong. A mental health problem that's been going on for too long. Chorus. It's like an earthquake, tearing me apart. A seismic shift in my thoughts, breaking my heart. It shakes me to the core, leaves me feeling raw. A mental health problem that's beyond my control. Verse 2. It's like a storm brewing, dark clouds gathering fast. A pressure that builds inside, until it's too much to last. It comes without warning, leaves me feeling low. A mental health problem that I just can't seem to let go. Chorus. It's like an earthquake, tearing me apart. A seismic shift in my thoughts, breaking my heart. It shakes me to the core, leaves me feeling raw. A mental health problem that's beyond my control. Bridge. But I won't give up. I won't be defeated. I'll find the strength to rise above and be relieved. I'll seek the help I need and make it through. A mental health problem that I'll conquer too. Chorus. It's like an earthquake, tearing me apart. A seismic shift in my thoughts, breaking my heart. It shakes me to the core, leaves me feeling raw. A mental health problem that's beyond my control. Outro. It's like an earthquake, but I'll come out strong. I'll rebuild my mind, and where I once was wrong, I'll find my way back to where I belong, with a mental health problem that's under control.
That is very strong. I mean, look at that. If you explored earthquakes, rumble, shaking, inside, devastating. So there's no control, nature, unstoppable, a mental health problem that's been going for too long. That's too generic. You gotta go very, very specific if you wanna have some good song lyrics. So you would replace this with a depression or something more concise, like a story or something. You know, a story that's been going on for too long. Because this makes it almost comedic, this actual mental health problem. That's an undesired comic effect. We don't want this. Seismic shift shifts me to the core. That's a beautiful metaphor. Leaves me feeling raw. Raw force of nature. That's a very good choice of associations. That actually is decent song lyrics. That's impressive. The storytelling is right. It gives you the exposition. Act 1. It tells you what the whole thing is about. Then it climaxes in a chorus describing the actual earthquake, and that'll repeat later on. And it repeats this line there. It's a beautiful way of structuring your song, repeating stuff, making the listener hear this familiar piece here and there. There's some minor things I would improve there, but overall, that's a very, very strong piece of song lyrics. Can you make the chorus have much shorter lines? Because now the chorus and the verses are the same in their poetic structure. The chorus does not stand out from the rest of the song. You can replace any part of the song with any other part of the song and you wouldn't notice it.
Sure, here's a revised version of the chorus with shorter lines. Chorus. An earthquake in my mind, shaking me, tearing me apart. Can't control the shift within, breaking my heart.
See, you can actually edit the thing with ChatGPT. I'm actually impressed. How about we ask ChatGPT to write a joke? Write 3 jokes about songwriters. Let's make this meta.
1. Why did the songwriter cross the road? To get to the music store and buy a pen. 2. What do you call a songwriter with a cold? A lyric sneeze. 3. Why did the songwriter write about their ex? Because they couldn't find any new rhyming words for love.
It's a question and answer form of a joke. The punchline is the answer. I find the first one very funny and the last one. Let's go with the last one. Okay. I got some lyrics. I like to flex. Sent to me from very high above. Why do I always write about my ex? 'Cause I don't wanna rhyme stuff with love. That's how we do it. Can you make a short rhyming verse from it?
Sure, here's a short rhyming verse inspired by the joke. I wrote about my ex, it's a familiar theme. The words just seem to flow, like a poetic stream. Can't help but pour my heart into every line. Rhyming words for love, it's a challenge all the time.
That's where it did a poor job of converting the joke into lyrics. Because the joke is about X not rhyming with love and having better rhymes than love. Because love is a very overused thing to rhyme with. So you would need to have love in the very end of your very last sentence in your verse, right over here. That's the strongest position you can have something in. And love is the climax of your punchline. It is the very word that delivers the relief after the tension has been created. So it has to be at the very, very last point there, at the very strong position. That's where it failed there. Let's rewrite this. Can you please rewrite this so that the last line ends with love?
Sure, here's a revised version. I wrote about my ex, it's a familiar theme. The words just seem to flow, like a poetic stream. Can't help but pour my heart into every line. Rhyming words for love, it's a challenge all the time. So I write of love.
That's a nice workaround. Make it ABAB and the last line end with love.
Here's a revised version in ABAB rhyme scheme with the last line ending in love. I wrote about my ex, it's a common tale. The words just come so easy, like a nightingale. Can't help but pour my heart into every verse. Rhyming words for love, it's my one true curse. Every line I write, it's about my love.
It does not understand what I mean. ABAB is not this. ABAB would be tail, verse, nightingale, curse. That's ABAB rhyming scheme. And it got it. It says here ABAB rhyming scheme. But I would like to see love right here. Can't explain it to the computer. Sorry AI, not there yet. Alright, that was fun. What would you wish to my viewers who are aspiring, talented lyrics writers?
To all aspiring and talented lyric writers out there, I would like to wish you the very best in your journey. Writing lyrics is a challenging and rewarding art form, and it takes hard work, dedication, and a love of language to succeed. Here are a few pieces of advice that I hope will be helpful to you. 1. Read and listen to a wide range of music to expand your knowledge and inspire your creativity. 2. Write, and write some more. The more you practice, the better you'll become. 3. Be willing to take risks and experiment with different styles, themes, and approaches. 4. Seek out constructive feedback from others to help you grow and improve. 5. Stay true to your voice and vision, and never give up on your passion for writing. Remember, writing great lyrics is not about being perfect, it's about expressing yourself and connecting with others through your words. So be fearless, be creative, and most importantly, have fun.
I cannot but agree, 'cause you're awesome. I'm telling you from the bottom of my core. I'm telling you every now and then. Write and write some more. But don't forget to cross the road to buy a pen. Yes, you are.